This is a Sports Catastrophe production. Hey there, Heather Holder. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond welcoming you to another Sports Catastrophe on this day. And on this day, March the 25th, a legendary golf tournament had just ended, the first in history. It was the debut of the Masters. So, everyone in golf, every golf fan knows there are four majors. There are the U.S. Open, the British Open, or what they call the Open, the PGA Championship, and the Masters. Now, the British Open is one of the oldest tournaments, continuous tournaments of all time, as is the U.S. Open. The PGA Championship didn't start till the 1900s because they wanted to have their touring professionals, like all their professionals, and not have the amateurs squeak into the PGA thing and all that. So anyway, there were three big golf tournaments. But one of the most legendary golfers of all time wanted to put like a Masters. And that was the great Bobby Jones. In 1930, Bobby Jones won the US Open, the British Open, the US Amateur, and the British Amateur. Kind of a grand slam, if you will. So Bobby Jones was this legendary golfer who never seemed to lose, in a sense. He was just that iconic. So anyway, the first Masters tournament happened in March of 1934. It was known as the Augusta National Invitation Tournament for the first 5 editions, and then the Masters. Because they wanted to see the best golfers and not just some fluky amateur. Kind of stupid, but that's the way golf was back in the day. The funny thing about the 1934 Masters was that the holes from 10 to 18 these days, like, from 10 to 18 and 1 to 9, they were swapped. So what would be holes 10 to 18 would actually be the first part of the first 9 holes on the golf course, and then vice versa. Regardless, it was just amazing and all that. There would only be so many golfers and all that. In the first tournament, 60 golfers were brought in to play and all that, including Bobby Jones, who decided to come in. In round 1, Horton Smith, Jimmy Hines, and Emmett French were all at 2 under par, while 1 stroke back were Craig Wood, Walter Hagen, Henry Pickard, and Johnny Golden. And the only other ones to have even par or better were Billy Burke and Kyle Lavoon. So after round 1, then round 2 came. Horton Smith took a 1-stroke lead over Ed Dudley and Billy Burke, while Max Smith, Jimmy Hines, and Ralph Stonehouse would be at even par. Round 3, Horton Smith would maintain a 1-stroke lead over Billy Burke, while Craig Wood and Ed Dudley would be at -2, Paul Runyon at -1. The great Walter Hagen was tied for 6th. On the final round, March 25th, Horton Smith hit a 72 to narrowly beat Craig Wood for the Masters title and win $1,500. In 1934 dollars, that was kind of decent. Craig Wood took 2nd. Billy Burke and Paul Runyon ended up tied for 3rd and getting $550 each. Craig Wood got $800 for his runner-up finish. Ed Dudley got $400 for his 5th place finish. Willie McFarland got $300 for his 6th, and then tied for 7th were Al Espinosa, Jimmy Hines, Jug Spadden, and Max Smith. So not really household names, quote unquote, but still names all the same. And Horton Smith won the first ever Masters. Bobby Jones would end up tied for 11th. But the fact of the matter is that the Masters brought some great moments in golfing history in March and April of the year. Let's not forget about Gene Saracen's double eagle, or 300 par, on the par 5 16th hole, getting it in two. A feat that was not seen again till I think it was it Charles Schwartzer or Oosthuizen? I think it was Oosthuizen. Yeah, it was Oosthuizen in the 2011 Masters hitting it apart on the par 5 and hitting a double eagle, albatross, whatever you want to call it. But that was amazing what he did. We would also see great moments such as Arnold Palmer and Jack Nicklaus winning a lot of Masters. In fact, Nicklaus has won 6 of them, Arnold Palmer being a legend. Of course, we would see the heartbreak of 1968 with Roberto Di Vincenzo thought he was going to play off against Bob Goldby. But the worst part about those two the fact was that Di Vincenzo's scorecard was signed incorrectly, as his playing partner Tommy Aaron accidentally gave him one stroke more than he had. So unfortunately, they had to take that score. Di Vincenzo was not disqualified, and he ended up second, as Bob Goldby was the winner with a pencil. Fans would not let him forget it. But the funny thing about that 1968 incident, and I don't know if I covered that in my April things last year and all that. I don't think I did. No, I didn't. But the fact of the matter was that Di Vincenzo actually got a lot more endorsements and got a lot more worth a whole lot more than his first place winner's check happened. Yeah, we would have battles in the 70s, 1980s, seeing Jack Nicklaus at 46 back in 1986, winning the title from Greg Norman's clutches. And in 87, Larry Mize in the playoff with the chip shot heard around the world to sink Greg Norman in the playoff. And then we would have Scott Hoke miss a 2-foot birdie putt to win the Masters in 89, and then Nick Faldo putting up a great putt to win. We would also see the great collapse of Greg Norman in 96. He had a 6-stroke lead on the final round, and he flubbed it. Nick Faldo came back from behind and won. And then, of course, Tiger coming on the scene, his first Masters in 97, winning the Masters, which was huge. And in 2000, Tiger winning the Masters by a lot of strokes. And then he would have the Tiger Slam, getting all 4 Grand Slams at the same time. Not in the same year, but at the same time. And then, of course, let's not forget Mike Weir in 2003 with his shocking win. The only Canadian to win it. 2004, Phil Mickelson, who never won a major up to that point. He was always unlucky, especially in the U.S. Open, but he finally got it. We also remember Tiger Woods' famous chip shot on the 15th in the 2005 Masters final round, which I actually missed that shot because I was out getting milk for my brother when he was living with me. But of course, we can't forget the Fern Lundquist golf. In your life, have you seen anything like that when Tiger did it? And then, of course, 2019, we saw Tiger Woods come from oblivion and scandal to win the Masters, and seemingly is back, but unfortunately got in a car accident last year and has derailed his career. I feel sorry for the guy. I really do. But anyway, yeah, the Masters wouldn't be the Masters without this moment. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.